selling in the home furnishings industry. Visited hundreds of clients out there and hundreds of stores, and I've seen organized sales floors and chaotic sales floors. A chaotic sales floor is never one that really functions well overall as a team. A well-functioning sales floor usually has a couple things that leads to higher production. First of all, it's going to have good management. That management is going to employ a selling system. I'll speak a little bit about a good sales manager first. One store has a sales manager that's available to his sales staff. He has an office where he goes over his reports and once a week gets together with his team and has a meeting with them. Another store has a sales manager who's present. He doesn't have an office. His office is the floor. In the busiest times, that sales manager is doing one thing. He's making sure that all the customers in the store are being helped by his sales staff in the fashion that his system dictates. The sales manager that is present always beats the sales manager that's available. Now, I mentioned another thing, a selling system. It's very important to have a selling system. If you have 10 salespeople without a selling system, guess how many selling systems you have? You have 10 selling systems. I bet a couple of those selling systems work pretty good out there. The rest are average with no idea of how to step up their game. A selling system really is about helping the averages in a business step up their game to producing more volume per customer that they interact with. So I'm going to give you 5 parts of a selling system. First step, the greeting. Start a conversation. If you don't have a designated greeting in your store, you're going to have 10 different ways of doing it, and you're going to get more just lookings. You should come up with a few standard greetings that you believe will work in your operation. You want to get the conversation going, start the conversation. In your selling system as well, you're going to get a certain percent of just lookings no matter what you do. So you should have designated documentation on what to do with just lookings. It could be, what are you looking for? But if you just ask a customer what they're looking for, you're going to get past a certain number of just lookings. It could be something like, oh great, I'm glad you're looking at our store. Tell me about your room. Is it the living room you're looking for, or is it the dining room? What's in there now? My job is to help you solve your need. Step 2, after you've started the conversation, solving the customer's issue is step 2. Here in the home furnishings industry, it's best to use tools like sketching and room planning, an interactive type of engagement where you're asking the customer about the room that they're looking for. You want to ask them what's in there now, what are the floors like, how big is it? Start sketching. These are techniques that are used successfully throughout the industry. So whatever works in your operation, put it in your selling system point form and have all the different qualifying questions documented so that your various salespeople can refer to this master document to help them up their game when the challenges come up on a day-to-day basis. Okay, the third step with the selling system, solving the problem. Present a solution. It's important after you've determined the customer's situation is to give them some options that fit what they're looking for. Propose something for them. Propose 1 or 2 options. That's critical. And this needs to be, again, documented in how to do this in your selling system. And step 4 is the close. When you get the nod, have your various ways of closing it. There's assumptive closes like, how are we going to deliver this? When do you need the product? Let's write it up. Let's follow me, start walking. Okay, sit the customer down. It's easier to close when you're sitting down. Make sure you've tested out the product, touch and feel. You can't do that on the internet. So make sure you do all those things. By the way, a great question to ask a customer is, oh, what have you seen on the internet that you like? Okay, because you know they've all shopped on the internet before. Okay, but regardless, in the close, it's important. It's your job duty to ask for the sale. Customers want to buy. Help them. The fifth step is the step that I think everybody needs improvement on the sales floor, is follow-up. Very critical part of the selling system is to follow up with customers, whether they buy or whether they don't buy, at various points after they leave the store. Great way to follow up, first of all, is as soon as they leave, send them a text or an email with their receipt, or an email or a text thank you. Various other points in the industry that are critical. Special order follow-up. Call the customer before they call you. Set a reminder. An important thing with all these steps that I've mentioned is having a highly functional CRM system like Profit Systems, okay? Customer Relationship Management System. It helps you with all these things. And then after the delivery, very critical for the salesperson to give the customer a call, basically say, are you loving your new furniture? Are you loving your room? Let me know if I can help you with anything else. That's simple. Whatever your revenue per up is right now, by implementing or improving on your selling system is guaranteed to help you grow that revenue per up. So guess what that means? Given the same amount of traffic, you grow your volume. Worth your time?